Let's talk about how to use working paths and the importance of that option in Photoshop. And also, let's use a really fun tool called Posterizing. Um, so right here, you'll see this is the final outcome that we're going to be working towards. This is a Ray Charles kind of fun riff. It almost looks like Shepard Fairey's Obama, poster that was so popular during that election time. So this is the end result, but this is what, and notice the layers. You'll see we've got some masks going on, and some layer styles, color overlays. So this is the kind of process and goal that we're going to be working towards with this exercise of learning working paths. So go ahead and you can check out my final version, but what I want you to open now is the original image. So this is what I started with, was this black and white image. It's actually a color mode. So if you go to image mode, you'll see it's actually RGB, even though it looks like a black and white grayscale image. So our objective here is we're going to build with paths, masks, and layer styles to create a new image. So let's go ahead and dig in and get started. The first thing I want you to do is create a duplicate layer of this background layer. You can do that by hitting Command J on your keyboard. So I just created a duplicate using Command J, and I'm going to name that layer Posterize. So we got our first layer. And we're going to go ahead and posterize this layer. And the way that we do this is we go up to Image, Adjustments, and then we're going to find Posterize. So here's the one big thing that I want to make sure you do while you're in this posterize mode is I want you to make your levels 3. And what this means is it's going to convert this image to 3 levels. You've got whites, you've got grays, and you've got blacks. So there's 3 levels in this picture, which is really helpful in building our image. So once you have 3 selected, go ahead and click OK. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to select your magic wand tool. Got my magic wand selected. And I want you to go up to your magic wand properties panel at the top, and I want to make sure that you uncheck contiguous. So there's this little checkbox right here. If contiguous is selected, I want you to uncheck that box. And what that means is when you select a certain pixel color, like white, for example, it's going to select all the white in your picture, not just the one little section that you might normally use the magic wand tool for. So first, let's start off with selecting the black portion of our image with the magic wand tool. So I'm going to select black. Notice it's selecting all black pixels, which is perfect. And now we're going to go ahead and open up a new panel that we've never really worked with before. So let's go to Window, Paths, and we've opened up our Paths panel. Look, it looks very much like your Layers panel, but this is the opportunity to save these selections as kind of working paths and working areas, and you'll see how this functions here once we practice this. So the first thing you want to do is you have your black selected. Is in the Paths panel, you want to choose from this drop-down hamburger menu in the upper right-hand corner. You want to choose Make Work Path. I just want to make sure I have the instructions right. So yeah, Make Work Path. So you're making a path out of your selection. And you want the tolerance to be 5. What this is going to do is make a nice, loose, abstract working path out of your selection. So choose 5 and click OK. And you'll see it's just converted your path to this lovely, vector point selection tool, which is awesome. So we have our work path, and now we want to save the path. So go ahead and go back to your hamburger menu and hit Save Path. And let's save this path as black. Oops. Let's repeat these steps. Let's go ahead and now select with our magic wand tool, which you should still have open, the gray. So I've just selected the gray. I'm going to go to my path panel and I'm going to make a work path. My tolerance is going to be 5, same as before. I'm going to click OK. And I have a new work path. I'm going to save that path as gray. And I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to take my magic wand tool. I'm going to select the white. So I've selected the white in all my image. I'm going to make a work path, tolerance 5. And I'm going to go ahead and file save that path as white. All right, so we've got 3 paths that we can activate. Go ahead and click through them. And you'll see as you do that, it activates that selection that has now been converted to a working path. And here's where it gets fun. Go back to your layers panel, and I want you to create 2 more duplicate layers from your posterize layer. So go ahead and do another Command J, another Command J. And the next thing I want you to do is go back to your paths panel, and I want you to click on your black working path. And I want you to go down to the bottom of your paths panel and click this little icon that says Load Path as Selection. So this is great. We've just loaded our path as selection. And switch back to your layers panel and highlight the first of your 3 posterized copies. So I'm going to go ahead and select this first posterize. And what I want you to do is just click on the layer mask. So what we're going to do is we're going to mask out the rest of this picture and only have the black part active. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and name this black, posterize black. I'm going to go to my next layer. I'm going to activate the gray. I'm going to make this working path a selection. I'm going to go back to my layers panel and click the layer mask. And now I've just masked out only the gray. So I'm going to call this posterize gray. Then I'm going to go ahead and go back to my paths panel. I'm going to activate my working path selection, white. And I'm going to go to my layers panel and make a mask. And I'm going to call this posterize white. And here's where it gets fun, where you can do whatever you want. You've masked out everything in these individual layers except what you wanted to highlight. So you've got the black, you've got the gray, and you've got the white. If you want to hide your background image and hide the others, you can see. So here's my black, here's my gray, and here's my white. And together, they make this kind of accumulation of different sections of this picture. I'm going to activate the background to kind of fill that in. And now is where you get to add your color overlay styles. So for example, for black, I'm going to go down and I'm going to add a color overlay. I'm going to pick a dark color. Maybe I'll do like a nice raspberry. Click OK. So I've just added a color that I can turn on and off. Oops. To my picture. I'm going to go to gray, add a color overlay. Maybe I'm going to pick another purple shade. Click OK. OK. And then I'm going to go to my white and add a lighter tinted image. Color overlay. And I'm going to go even lighter on my spectrum here, maybe really high. And zoom out. And there you go. I've just used paths, selections, cover overlays, and masks to make a new variation of the original picture. This one's a lot more fun. So there you go. Go ahead and save this for your files or close.